any experience. Phoenix Enterprises was set up just days after the contract was announced.
So a company was in business for 3 months and wins a $4.2 million contract through Washington Closure.
Savage Logistics is recognized as a small, struggling business by the feds. A certain amount of work on federal projects, like the Hanford cleanup, must be awarded to the little guys. When Savage dug deeper, she uncovered evidence that Phoenix Enterprises wasn't a certified small business at all.
How many trucks did she have?
None.
How much equipment did she have?
None.
How many employees?
None. One. She had 1 employee.
The Federal Small Business Administration backed her up. Phoenix was not eligible for the bids. Savage then found evidence another newly formed company, Sage Tech, which operates out of this Richland business mall, was also awarded contracts it could not perform. That's when federal prosecutors joined the case. Here's how the alleged bid rigging worked. The Department of Energy awarded a contract to Washington Closure Hanford with millions of incentives if it hires small, minority, or women-owned subcontractors. Washington Closure allegedly awarded subcontracts to companies it knew did not qualify as small, struggling businesses, but were actually false fronts for big companies that really did the work, like the contractor Federal Engineers and Constructors, an international corporation with offices in the U.S., Canada, and Europe. Federal Engineers and Constructors declined our request for comment. Washington Closure Hanford issued this response. Washington Closure Hanford does not typically comment on pending litigation. However, supporting small business is one of our top goals on the River Corridor Closure Project. We are proud that we have consistently exceeded our small business goals and have awarded nearly $1 billion in subcontracts to small businesses since the beginning of the project in 2005. But Selena Savage says when she notified the contractors that as much as $84 million of all that money may have gone to illegitimate companies.
They threatened me. They said I wouldn't get another contract out here at Hanford.
As for Phoenix Enterprises, they're hard to find. We went to their office in this building. Doors were locked. Nobody answered the phones. It still has a license, but appears to be gone.
So Phoenix pretty much went out the same way it came in. A trucking company with no trucks, no employees, just a sign on the door.
I did this because it's fraud to the government.
And we have confirmation of the contract?
Selena Savage, meanwhile, is still trucking and thriving, moving radioactive materials for other contractors and branching out in other parts of the country. While her company moves forward, she's looking over her shoulder, waiting for her day in court and her chance for a payday she says she deserves, but never got.
It's a cost to our taxpayers, to you, to me, to all of us.
In Richland, Gary Chittum, King 5 News.